No, I don't. No. I don't see any names that are worthy of fucking modding in my channel. If you're not a mod right now, I don't see a name worth. Yeah, the site owner's a web pedophile too. I can say what I want. Anybody else can say what they want on here, Ben. What do you mean, Ben? You know how many people I hear talk shit about you, Ben? But it's okay. I don't even know you, Ben, but I've seen people talk shit about you, and they got this other douchebag on here named BEND in Ohio, and I think he's a fucking troll. Just like the guy that made up the name of the guy that lifts weights on here, Hog Slammer. There's another guy that made up a fake name of his, which they're trolls. Scrubby's probably been reported 50 times by now that I've been smoking pot on camera, threaten people, all kinds of shit, so they can get me banned. Like they've already tried to get me banned on here bunches of times. So whatever. I guess it don't matter. I better go through the list. Here's the cool people though. I got Emoticon Army, Troll, Adam Bigford, Ben, B. Mitch, fuck you, I'm signed in, Glenn, Carpet Doggy, Lion of Judah, Alias Jerko Fan, Ryan Rebel, Siren C, Slumlord, Thorfinn, Watching You, and Wildman Dingo. Well, that's cool that you do that, Ben. But why do people fuck with you, and why is it okay that they can do that? Or what? If you know what, Ben, if you did that back to them, you would probably get banned. You know what I mean? But it's okay for certain people. They know who's doing that to you. How I found that out, and I never really thought about this before, but how I found that out is when Scruffy goes around into people's rooms, but she only does this in rooms like skag rooms. If you're talking shit about the skags, you know what they do? They'll pop in the room and tell everybody who the guest is. So if you're a guest in somebody's room, in one of them skag rooms, and you're talking shit about them, the owners of this website are going to pop in there, and they're going to tell everybody who you are. But will they do that in your room? No, they'll go ahead and let all these people make up names and fuck with you. Now, how is that fair? How is that fair when you can come in my room, type my real name and address and phone number and leave it all over my fucking chat? But if you do that in a skag room, they'll come in there and bust your ass out. Now, how is that fair at all? I don't see the fairness, Mark. Now Mark's here. There you go. Where is the fairness in that? You knew you knew that after, this was a year ago, Mark. And Miss Scruffy knew it, and I even turned the person's name in. They made my real name, Ron Carmen, a name in your chat. And I actually wrote you and told you that someone is using my real fucking name in your chats. And I never heard you do a fucking webcast about me or them people. They're still on the website. You probably did ban the name, but you didn't ban the person that made the name. That's where it's unfair. Why wasn't the person banned that made the name up? Why wasn't the same person, the same group of people were putting my name and phone number and the place I worked and that phone number all over this website? Why weren't they called out, or why weren't they banned? They're still on this website. I know who they are. Because I know who they are. They're part of the little Bubba group. They've been there the whole time, that little group of people. They're the same people that came in my cast on a Skype and tried to get me banned from your website. It was Bubba, Jed, Red Nicole, and Big Outlaw. And what they did, right when I was featured also, I put them all on my Skype. And all they did the whole time, here's what they did. And you know it because you saw it, or whoever was in charge saw it. Well, I was the one featured. This wasn't a year ago this happened. This happened months ago. They were mad because I put a photo of Red Nicole up on my cast. And it was one that she sent to Mac Attack of her half-naked, nasty cottage cheese ass. Well, if you're going to send it out to people on the internet, well, then why are you mad that I put it on my fucking cast? Well, that started all that. Well, they come in my room the whole time. All she did was play music about anti-black. And she said the N-word 50 times. The reason they did that was because they were trying to get me banned from your website. And I already knew what they were doing. And I kept calling them the racist. They were trying to make me out to be a racist on your website. No big deal. I've been called every motherfucking thing in the world on this website. And it's, no, I didn't ban, but it is. I've peeped, other people can't. And then to even back it up even more, I've heard your boy Bubba, while he's featured, tell everyone that can listen to him that he is unbannable from this website. Well, he must be your boy if he's saying that shit. Why would you let him even say that? You never heard him say that before. He says it every time he fucking casts. How does that? Here's what I get from that. Let's say I'm brand new and I come on this website, never been here before. Let's say I don't have all my marbles together, and I'm not I know you're not a babysitter, Mark, but what I'm saying is I notice there's a bias here. There's a bias between certain people can do things that other people can't, and they get away with it where other people can't. And I'm going to bring this up and I had no business to do with this, and I don't really care what you did there with the R0n guy. I don't really care for him, or I didn't care. I don't really care what happened there. But what I noticed is it makes people think when you back certain people, here's what happened, and you know this happened. How did that girl get his phone number or his address or however the fuck she contacted him? How did she do that? And that was okay for her to do that, but it wasn't okay for the other guy. I know that ain't cool what he was doing either, but it happens on here anyway. I'm talking about the R0n dude, which I don't. That is none of my business what you did there and all that. I know that, but what you did is you took it public in front of everybody, and it made it look like. Mark, I've been calling. I'll call you a pedo again, real cold sky. Everybody calls me a pedo. I'll call you a pedo back. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. Who cares? You know how many times I've been called a pedo on this? Everybody's been called a fucking pedophile on this website. So what? This whole website obviously is full of pedophiles. Anybody that casts on this website is a pedophile. According to every troll that comes on here, everyone that's casts on here is a fucking pedophile. But no, here's what I was talking about. What I don't understand is the girl Gigi somehow got R0n's phone number and called him up. Now, how that to me is a form of trolling off of the internet. And then you ban that guy, which I agree with what you did. I would have banned him forever, for life. You banned him for a day or whatever you did. But how